Hi, I'm Justin Ham. Welcome to whatever the hell this is. Today we're doing a really quick WWE 2k25 update. So this right here is the person I uploaded, I'm gonna say it's 2 days ago now? That's KYOKO. All caps. Because you gotta do all caps when they're a Japanese wrestler. You don't actually have to do that, but I don't know. Sometimes I've noticed they do that, so sometimes I think it's fun to do that. Even though I think I do all caps for all my wrestlers because I kind of forget sometimes. It doesn't matter. Anyway, she came out pretty good. Her attire's kind of been. I'll after this whole thing goes down here, I'll go into actually look at her stuff. There's a reason I started a match. We're not gonna finish the match, but there's a reason. We have to keep it, you know, lighthearted and comical at some point. I guess that's a preview of what's about to happen here. Here it comes. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. It's George Thorogood. It didn't really introduce, it didn't show a name card, which bums me out. But that's George Thorogood. He's bad to the bone. I don't know if you all knew that. Why did I make George Thorogood? I don't know, actually. I just decided it would be really funny for me to make George Thorogood. And it was. It's still really funny to me that I made George Thorogood. Do I have big plans for George Thorogood? I don't know. I couldn't really get a good... There's not really a good George Thorogood hair in the game, so I kind of just had to go with whatever I had. Like he has, I don't know, he's gone through multiple different hairstyles, I guess. Anyway, we won't do the whole match here. George Thorogood, I'll show him off too. Why not? I'm here. We'll do it. Oh yeah, let's actually, you know, get some music playing here. That way it's not super quiet. Great. I don't know why I picked this song to start with, but that's what we did. So, I've been hard at work at some things. Let's take a look. Here's George Thorogood. Why not? Let's look at George Thorogood. He's right here. He's bad to the bone. I don't know if you guys knew that. That's him. He's got his snakeskin boots on. It's a George Thorogood thing. I based his attire sort of on like something he wore at a concert one time. He didn't have these pants. I basically made George. What if George Thorogood was a wrestler? But like this is a real shirt that he has wore, and that makes me laugh because he wears his own band T-shirt. That's great. That's fantastic. Keep being you, George. Never stop being you until you die, and then. You know, then stop because you'll be dead. Okay, that's George Thorogood. Nothing really to him. I just was messing around. Decided I'm gonna make George Thorogood, and we all have to deal with that. Anyway, let's look at wrestlers that actually matter here. All right, KYOKO was the one just came up a couple days ago. I kind of based her attire off of an old Kairi Sane attire that I used to really like and try to remake a lot, but like it never really got super close. And this still isn't that close. And I'll be damned if I can find it. I have a picture of it somewhere because I liked it that much. It had like this kind of galaxy pattern, but hers was more like pink and orange. It almost looked like sunset like. It was really cool. But I always try to recreate that sometimes. I don't know why I do it, but it's one of my One of my all-time favorite wrestling attires. I don't even know when she actually wore it. But Kairi Sane's one of my favorite wrestlers, so I take a lot of inspiration from her sometimes. If you've ever played with Aya Matsuda, then you probably get that gist a little bit. I mean, she does the fucking insane elbow. Anyway, this KYOKO. One thing that I struggled with her was what hair to give her. As dumb as it sounds. Which is normally a thing that I'll spend for no reason days on. Sometimes things just instantly click when you're making people and you're just like, oh yeah, that's the hairstyle I want to use. But sometimes it just doesn't. Like hers, the problem was with the entrance I was using. Every time she would like kneel down, all of her hair would clip through her neck, and like it just bothered me. And so I tried to find a hairstyle that is, so I went short hair for a while. Wasn't really vibing with it. And then I found this one, and somehow this one is weighted just well enough to where it doesn't mess up. And that's great. So that's, oh, we'll go back, sorry. That's KYOKO though, for the most part. She has an alternate attire. Why not? We'll take a look at it too. The alternate attire, sometimes alternate attires are really easy to do. This one was one of them. I'm not going to say it took me 5 minutes, because that's not true, but like, it didn't take me that long. You know, maybe half an hour. I know that sounds insane, but like, all I did was run a filter over it, and it looked really good. Like, that's just a color filter on the other image, and I was like, oh, that looks cool as shit. We're using that. And I just kind of matched, did the straps in white instead of pink, and that's KYOKO's alternate attire. Cool. And that's KYOKO. She's cool. I always kind of take inspiration for her. I was kind of, the idea has always been like, she's supposed to be like more old school, like Japanese wrestling moves, but with like a little new mixed in. Like she does like the Utami Hayashida roller coaster crucifix powerbomb or whatever it is. I don't know what Utami calls hers, which I remember seeing in one of her matches and being like, that's a weird move. I love it. People should do that more often. And then it randomly showed up in the game one year. Anyway, show the other character I uploaded this last week now. That's Revy Rolston, who came out really good. I really like the way Revy came out. So this is Revy Rolston. This is Rox's sister. For those that don't know that, if you've downloaded the character Rox, this is her sister. They used to be a tag team way back when, and I used to get requests all the time like, hey, will you make Revy Rolston again so I can have them in a tag team? And for a while I was just like, I don't really feel like making that character because I didn't really care about that. And then I think in like 22 or 23 I was like, okay, all right, I'll bring her back, but I'm doing it differently. They're not a tag team. They hate each other now. And so I've kind of just leaned more into that. And because I didn't make her for a few years, I kind of leaned into the fact that she had disappeared for a while. And so like I do the, like, well, I'll show her entrance here in a little bit. I kind of leaned into some of that stuff. Like I almost kind of counted her as a dead character, if that, so to speak, you know? It's funny because when I was the last update video I did, I showed this hairstyle and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to go with that. I'm just kind of tooling around, and I was. And then I, like, seriously, right after that, I played a match with that hair, and I was just like, you know, there's something to this I kind of really like. And I can't put my finger on what. And eventually it clicked with me what it was. And it's kind of one of those if you know type things, and I'm really sorry, everyone. But the inspiration for her hair is Christy Mack, actually. Sorry. I just happened to like, I always remember her having this haircut, kind of. She does like more of a shaved thing, I think, but like that's immediately what she reminded me of, and it was like, oh, they kind of look like that. What if I leaned into it? And so I did that and with the blonde, and then did all that. I think it turned out really cool. I like her attire. I like how the tattoos came out. The newest update fixed opacity on tattoos, so now it actually looks correct. Even though it's I probably should add a little bit more opacity to them, or less opacity to them. But I kind of think it looks great, so I'm just leaving it. She also has an alt attire. I'm gonna look at the entrance attire. No reason, but basically, I had another material. Sometimes, like alternate attires, I'll run a color filter over things. Sometimes I have like other stuff I was looking at that I was like, oh, I should use this like thing that I found, and so I used the thing that I found and made that. But I like how you can't read this because it'll kind of spoil the whole thing. I'm going for something with her. I have some plans with her this year, and I'm kind of looking forward to. I might preview a little bit of it, but not 100% sure. But yeah, that's Revy Rolston. She came out really, really good. Really happy with the way I even like. So I'm always kind of like really not against like real like goth black lipstick and all that stuff. Like it never comes out right for me, but it came out really good with her, and so she's cool. I like her. She's no George Thorogood, but who is, you know? Who among us is? Except for fucking George Thorogood. I don't know if it's obvious or not. I really don't like George Thorogood. Anyway, I'm gonna scroll down here. So this is the other thing I've been doing. And it's kind of, and then we'll go look at the entrance for Revy Rolston before we take off here. You'll notice all these superstars. Just superstars, just regular superstars, you know, nothing to see here. The past like couple days here, I've just randomly been doing a bunch of like face scans. What characters are they? I kind of know, but some of them I don't. Like the one I'm highlighting right here, I have no idea what I'm going to make out of that. I just kind of made a face scan and was like, yeah, that looks cool. And just kind of kept it. And that's that. I'll show the character I've been working on, who is this one right here. And she's really cool. You may notice kind of some parody with the other character that I just shown. That's crazy, right? What could that be? Who can say? But so far, she's coming out really well. I know what character this is. I'm not going to say who it is. I know that sounds mysterious and stupid, and it's probably one of those things that if I said it, everybody like, I don't know who that is, and I don't care. And I'd be like, yeah, I know. but it pops me, so I'm gonna keep it a secret. You can all. I'll put it like this. Unfortunately, all the stuff's gone now, but because Xbox did their big purge of captures and all that stuff at some point. At some point, I made a character way back in, I want to say 2K17, maybe 2K18. I think it was 2K17. And I started working on them, and I was like, this character is pretty cool. And they were part of a faction. They were kind of the leader of a faction. In fact, I made this character consistently for like a good amount of years and really liked them. They were kind of like part of my roster for a while. And then I just kind of like, I was like, okay, I'm going to make them come back as a heel, and they're going to lead this faction. And this faction, it was a cool idea, but the more I thought about it, the more it kind of fell apart, right? And like, not that I can really like capitalize on actual writing or anything within the game, but in my, I'm headcanoning all this shit. So, but it just never quite made sense. So, and that was it was also right around the time I think the next game was about to come out and all this other stuff, and I just kind of never made it. But I remember showing him off before I like ever put him out, and I never did put him out. And people were like, I got asked about him a few times. Like, people were like, whatever happened to that one thing you were making? Like, why didn't you ever actually like make that? It looked cool. And I was like, yeah, I just kind of stopped playing the game. Video games, they keep coming out, so you know, it's a whole thing. But now I'm bringing them back with under the concept that I haven't made them in a long time and considered them a dead character. Crazy. What am I doing? I don't know. I love being not very mysterious. Anyway. But that's the character I'm working on right now. There's a couple other ones down here that I haven't made in a while that I'm making now. This one I've made in 2k23 right at the end. This one I've made in 2k23. They're one of my favorites. I really like them, but haven't finished them. I made this character way different in 23 and then didn't really like it, so I'm rolling it back. This one I haven't made in many years, and she turned out really good. I'm actually just gonna go in here real quick. Hold on. I haven't touched anything. This is me starting characters. Like, look, I haven't colored anything. I'm just like, maybe I'll do something with this. Maybe I won't. Maybe none of it'll work out. It's hard to say. But man, like, her face scan looks really good. I'm really happy with the way it came out. Like, so far I'm like, oh man, she's cool. That's a character I haven't made in a long time. But yeah, bringing some things back this year. At least I'm gonna try. I have actually a couple other face scans that I'm probably gonna mess around with tonight, actually. Even though I need to play fucking ukulele. Oh god, kill me. That's gonna suck. Anyway, let's watch what's her name's entrance here? Revy Rolston's entrance. Why not? Right? Why not? Her entrance is actually the one thing about her that I was like, maybe I should change this. Only reason being, and we'll have to all watch very closely for it. So this is her entrance. It normally plays different music than this, obviously. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. That's not even a funny joke. I don't know why I did that. Anyway. Alright. Watch real close to her left arm. And there it is. I don't know why it does that. That is baked into the entrance. That's like a glitch in the game. But yeah, this is just Aleister Black, or what's his name in Malachi Black? Mr. Black. It's his entrance. That's what it is. And yeah, it just kind of randomly bugs out on the arm, but it's blinking, you'll miss it. And it was just kind of like, but that's just her entrance. And like, I based her whole vibe around it. Like I can't undo it. So I just left it, and I'm fine with it. And that's how we're rolling with old Revy there. But yeah, she's cool. Got the face tattoo, as one of her status would have, you know. I actually brought back a lot of her tattoos that I kind of was like, I'm just gonna get rid of these because I don't have the image points for them. But since I've like started doing this other method of doing everything, I actually have image points for that stuff now, so I can put tattoos on her legs and put tattoos on other parts and do stuff. I actually thought about making another tattoo for like her full back, but I might mess with that next year. I didn't want to tempt fate too much, and it would have taken a while to do it. So tattoos are a strenuous process sometimes to make how I actually do it. It's a whole thing. But anyway, that's Revy. I guess before we go, since it won't announce the name, so that's fine, I'll show this character's entrance because why? It goes with the music's the whole thing. So why even bother? Oh, I said it. Now we gotta at least watch it, right? I'm not near done with her though. Well, that's not true. I have some other plans that I have to do with her, and I'm not 100% how I'm gonna do it. That's gonna be another thing I tool around with tonight, or maybe tomorrow. One of the two after post ukulele. But yeah, this character's cool. I just gave her Finn Balor's entrance. She's just superstar. Don't worry about it. It has been getting really confusing because I've been doing like move sets, and so whenever I make a move set, I go to a match and test it. And sometimes I'm like, wait, which superstar am I? I can't remember. I'm one of the superstars down there. So yeah, it's kind of fun. But yeah, she's cool. I'm not sure if I'm settled on the hair yet, but I think I am. Like I've switched that hairstyle around a lot by now. And I'm kind of coming to terms with like, no, she looks good like this. She looks how she should look. It's coming together with her. The attire was actually this one was tough to do. This is it's Cora Jade's attire. The top part was really tough to put together. One of these days when I do a full tutorial on how to do everything, which I'm planning very soon, I will show what I mean by women's tops are really tough to do the thing that I do. It gets really complicated, and it's very imperfect up there if you really stop and look for more than 2 seconds, but luckily the game never really zooms in close enough for you to notice things like that, and a lot of the times the hair covers it, so you don't really gotta worry too much. But still, it gets real rough up there sometimes, mostly because everything stretches. Also, fun to note, you know what, before we get out of here, I want to complain about something, just in case anybody from 2K ever watches this or knows somebody who I can complain to. So the game got updated today. Let's see, who do I want to tool around with here just to show this, I guess. Let's go with her. Why not? Sorry, I can't help myself. Real quick here. So, 1.07 was the last update that came out. I thought 1.7. I don't know what it is anymore. That came out. It was a decent update. Fixed some stuff, but as always, broke some other stuff, right? So now all my hairs, watch, now they're not going to do it. Now my hairs are all weird and greasy. And I can't make them stop being greasy. Like, this one's just greasy now. It's just oily. Like, it's not supposed to be that way. Not all of them, mind you. Not all of them. And thankfully, nothing that I've picked so far for, like, the stuff I've uploaded has been this way. But, like, everything has, like, a layer of oil over it now. Obviously, I'm doing a bad job of showing this because, like, every single one of them, I'm like, yeah, it looks fine, actually. Unless the glitch has fixed itself, which thank God. But no, I'm not actually. See, here we go. Like, that's not supposed to look all shiny like that. That's kind of weird. That one's not supposed to look all shiny like that. That's kind of weird. And I don't know if it's like that for anybody else. If it is, I'm here for you. We're going through this together. Hopefully they fix that soon. I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah, see this one. It's hit and miss. Like I said, it's not every hair, but like when you get down into like some of this stuff down here, it's just like, oh yeah, like that's unusable. Like, it looks like shit now. I'm pretty sure I know what happened. Pretty sure I know what they did. So, one thing I remember showing off before. This is an island. This is a hair you unlock from the island. You used to have a big honking neck seam. That's gone now. And I'm pretty sure what they did to fix it was switch the spectral maps, which is what makes that shiny stuff. That's a spectral map. At least I think. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, and I will fully be like, oh yeah, I'm an idiot. But I'm guessing when they did that, it probably shared a map with all the other ones, and somehow it broke it. That's my guess, but I don't know the inner workings of the game. But God, it drives me nuts. Man, and then the other thing that keeps driving me nuts is I love some of these fucking island hairs, and now I can use them because there's no neck seam on them. And I'm still like, I can't use them though because I'm not going to upload stuff that people got to actually go in and fucking do that stuff. That's just mean. But some of them look so good. Like, look at this one. Not that one. This one. Look at this. This is a good looking hair, man. I'd use that. I'd use this hair. This fucking emo girl hair. That shit's great. Look at this one. This fucking... I hand to God, I debated whether I was gonna just like, and I'm still debating actually, whether I'm gonna go in on KYOKO and just be like, nah, this is her hair, but you guys get this version. Like, this is for me. But at the same time, then I have to re-dye everything. Not that she has a real complicated dye job on her hair. It should be noted, I dye most of the hairs that I do. Even stuff that doesn't look like I did, I probably did. Because I'm insane. Anyway. Well. That's video games. That's WWE 2k25. I'm plugging away over here. We're doing stuff. We're making George Thorogood. It's a whole thing. Good old George. He's out here. He's doing big things. Soon he'll be wrestling, I don't know, somebody. Anyway, that's going to do it for this little update of mine. If you watched this, thank you. Appreciate it. If you downloaded anything that I uploaded, that's also cool. Thank you. Thank you for finding this channel and coming here. It means a lot. Sooner or later, I really want to do some actual tutorial work. It's going to take a lot of work on my end. Well, yes and no. I just got to learn how to put my phone into this stream actually and make it comprehensible, I guess, because it's a lot. There's a lot going on with some of the stuff I do. I know a lot of tricks, and sometimes when I run into them, you know, I just go in a little too hard every now and then. So I gotta learn to hold myself back, I guess. Real quick, you know, while we're here. I think the way I'm gonna do it though is because I don't have a plan for this character right here. I have no idea what they are. No real functional plan. I just like kind of slapped an attire on them. Actually, I kind of wanted to, I remember why I put this on. I wanted to see if they maybe fixed the clipping on the legs on this attire. They maybe did, maybe didn't. I can't remember. I think Tia Galleretto's alt attire had it, and I think I tried it that way too, but neither here nor there. But anyway, because I don't know who this character is or what I want to do with them, I just made a face scan and put them in the game. Maybe I'll make this my tutorial character, you know? And we'll just save them for that. Who are they? We don't know. Hard to say. I don't even know. I have no plan. That's not true. I kind of had like a hinkling of like, oh, maybe that's this person. But I don't know. Anyway, their face looks great. Face looked cool. So I kept it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Like I said, thank you for watching this. Maybe that's the tutorial character. Maybe it's not. Hard to say. Or maybe I'll just say a bunch of shit about doing tutorials and then never do them. That's me. That's the story of my life. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sincerely appreciate it. If you... Oh, I also uploaded the St. Louis, because why not? When I looked into it more, it was like, I have 80 upload slots to use. I'm never going to use all of them. Why not? You know, like I could upload George Thorogood if the demand is there. I don't think it is, but you never know. Maybe somebody will be like, listen, I really want George Thorogood in my universe mode. I need him, okay? And I'll be like, all right, listen, I got you, fam. I got you. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Hit the like and subscribe button. You don't have to, it's fine. You probably already are, or whatever. I don't know. I don't really know how YouTube works, and I don't really care. I just put this dumb shit on here and then link it on the WWE game. Also, people listen to my podcast that I do with my friend Julian Titus, and then they come here and watch this. So it's a hell of a system. Let me tell you, it's a hell of a system. That's the Stage Select podcast if you want to go listen to it if you're not aware. That's where we talk about other video games, and then I don't know, I just do stuff sometimes. Talk about George Thorogood. Anyway. Okay, and now seriously, I'm leaving. Okay, goodbye. Thank you for watching all that shit. Goodbye. 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 I hit stop now. It stopped. Done.